welcome back to Post-Traumatic Bliss. As life moves on, somebody said, as life moves on, so must you. If life moves on, so must you move on. So I'm moving on. As life moves on, we all must move on. And I think it's time we start realizing we are moving away from democracy. We are moving into a new world order. Are you embracing the new world order? Because I believe that those good old days of democracy are dead. Hi, Eric. Hi, Eric. Today we are talking about moving into the new world order. I don't know about you, but I feel like we are in a new world order. Democracy has died a sudden death, and people are taking to the streets. But for me, I have one motto. As life moves on, so must I move on. So, yeah, I'm about to just get ready to move on. Hey, girl. Hi, Halima. I have to laugh because it's a joke. Somebody said if you sleep in a democracy, you wake up in an oligarchy or an autocracy, or you wake up in an autocracy. Um, but I guess I don't feel there's a lot of fight coming from people. So I guess we just have to move on with the new world order. We just have to move on with the new world order. I don't see a lot of people like waking up or even questioning anything. They are fine. Hello, Jay. Hey, Jay. So I'm like, what's a girl to do? As life moves on, I must move on. Vikram is a big fan from India. Hello, Vikram. I love your name, Vikram. I like that name. It's like Victor, Vikram, Victor, Vikram. So yeah, as life moves on, I guess we must move on. You know, um, 2 weeks into Trump's presidency, America is in deep trouble. Oh, thank you. 2 weeks, America is in deep trouble, and I'm like, I must move on as the world moves on. I will move on. um, so Vikram, what's going on in India? What's going on in India? Mr. Mr. J Plays is in the house. Manor is in the house. Sunny is in the house. Love, 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 love to see you. Tell us where you're tuning in live from. And today we are talking about the new world order. Vikram is saying, yes, I have read newspapers. Even they are stopping passport and dual citizenships in the US. Yes, it's a new world order. And I think everybody should be able to see it happening. And, right here in America, if you ask me, these are showing the signs of a dying democracy. And Eric is saying, and people don't do nothing. This world is going down fast. We are talking about taking down democracy in America. The only one place that we were thinking it would be the leader of the free world, where human beings will eventually liberate themselves from, oppressive governments. We thought it would be here in America. But I don't see your name. You're saying they have missed a few of the family. Careful, an American patriot. You're welcome here to be an American patriot. You're welcome here on my channel, but this channel is international. We have people from India, Russia, everywhere, and as long as you're respectful, that's okay. As long as you're respectful. I'm respectful on this channel. I don't call people out of their names or disrespect anybody. I just voice my opinion. You're welcome to voice your opinion. You must be respectful, because I have the power to turn off your comments if they are disrespectful to any nationality. Bikram saying, what would you do, ma'am? Even many people from my country go to the US. I mean, I still think that the US has not gone, okay, we are seeing worrying signs of the Trump administration. These are kind of like, for people who like democracy, we are seeing red flags. We don't know exactly how this is going to go down, but we are at the point where we are seeing red flags. A lot of people in America think that Elon Musk they have taken coup of the government, where somebody who is not elected has taken over the government. A lot of people are criticizing those actions. We have Captain here, Captain Ward, his active duty in the Marines. You know, so Eric is saying we have a felon as the president. If you like, come on, become president and have a felon. How can you become president and also be a felon? You know, I guess America doesn't, that's not a big deal for America. Before this, I had very high standards for the presidency, for the office of the presidency. But right now, I'm like, it's just like any other place in the world, But one of the things is he is the president elected by the people. And everything that is happening in the White House and in Congress right now and in the Treasury, that is what people wanted. And honestly, when I speak to a lot of Trump supporters, this is what they want. This is what they want. I know it seems like they want chaos. And when you look at it, like they really want these rapid things very fast. A lot of people still, that is what they want from the president. And I have had people say to me, Monica, I don't even care if the price of eggs goes to $50, as long as he does what he said he would do. But there are things, like there are things worrying. He wants Canada, he wants Greenland, he wants Gaza. He wants Canada. What else does Trump want? A lot of Americans didn't even vote for taking over Canada. They wanted a ceasefire in Gaza. They didn't want to take over Gaza. And he wants Greenland. So already the neighbors, Americans' neighbors, are like, what? I'm telling you, here in the US, it's chaos. Vikram is saying, have you seen Trump imprisonment Indian citizens and send them into normal airline, but also fighter jets with American troops? I mean, he promised deportation, especially for people who are undocumented. And I think whether it's a Democratic government or a Republican government, that always happens. People get deported all the time. I think what's different this time is there's a lot of sensationalization around it. Like there's a lot of news, they want it on the media, they want it known, but I think they said that Obama deported more people than most US presidents. So it's just the sensationalizing things. Um, what do I think if Kamala Harris became president? You know, right before the day of the election, I was reading the paper, um, the the New York Times, the New York Times, and they were comparing Kamala's presidency and Donald Trump's presidency. And what they were saying about Kamala being president, she was going to be like the forward thinking president of America. She was going to open, a whole level of America because, you know, Democrats are progressive. So it could have been a whole other level, like, of progressiveness as American, as being American. Now, I think what didn't work for the Democrats was America was a lot of feelings. There was a lot of feelings from Americans that America was moving way too left, especially when it comes to transgender people not knowing, like the agenda. The family, they were thinking that the family breakdown of America and the school system was under attack. So if you like listened to Fox News and Megyn Kelly, they were hammering on transgender and being in school, even though there are like 40 transgender students registered in American sports nationally. They sensationalized it. They made it look like, girls are not anywhere safe in a school system where there is transgender, especially in sport. I mean, it became huge. And obviously, if you think about the average American being probably Christian, conservative, and they're hearing that about their schools, they get mad. They're like, no, I will stand up for the children. Because once you attack the child's mind, like a lot of people be like, no. So I think still, like a lot of people were voting for, for controlled migration. They were voting for schools, to be for girls to be safe in schools. But now, like, I mean, for me, as somebody who understands a little bit of policy, I am worried about what I see in, like, what's happening right now. Like Elon Musk controlling data and controlling Americans' money. And he's not even an elected official. He is the person who supported President Trump to win. It just, for me, I come from a country where politicians start rewarding their cronies with positions and money. I'm not new to that. So yeah, we made this live top. Yeah, this is becoming international. Anyway, Americans did not vote for that. If you know corruption, if you've been in anywhere in the world where there is corruption in government, it starts with somebody being elected and they start rewarding their friends and family with positions, giving them money, giving them control. But I never thought I would see this in the US. I thought the US was above. I thought the US democracy was above these shenanigans because this is what destroys democracies. Honestly, that's what I thought. But now to see it and to see how helpless the situation is, like even the Democrats are silent. They are not even. There is no opposition right now in America. There is no opposition. There is when you don't have an opposition, you have an autocracy. So they missed a few of my family. He says, in my view, this and on this, and I have to be careful what I say because President Trump is who I report to as a U.S. Marine. But if you are here legally and you are born in the country, then you should be allowed. Yes. So what do you think is the motivation? What do you think is the motivation then to say to say that, kids born here should no longer be American citizens. Like, why do you think that? I mean, is this like the stand of most? Is this? I mean, yeah. Is this why do Americans want that to suddenly change? Why do you think they want that to change? Like, people born in America should no longer be American citizens if their parents are not citizens. Like, I mean, that is already that has been put on hold by a court in the U.S. So already that is kind of on hold, unless the government, uses Supreme Court orders or stuff like that. But already that has been suspended. I mean, at least we have an opposition. I mean, the courts are already doing some things, but I think when it comes to opposition, I don't see a lot of opposition on the Trump administration. I think, already even the people who voted for Trump, they don't want Elon Musk, but I don't think he's going anywhere. I don't think anybody has the power to stop it. I don't know. What do you think? Do we have a new world order? Do you think we are moving from do you think democracy is dead? Are we moving from a dead of democracy to an oligarchy? I mean, we woke up to literally an oligarchy. On the 20th noon of December, it was so telling when the inauguration was moved indoors. For me, when the inauguration was moved indoors, it was like, and then I just saw the people who were invited. There are people who buy tickets to go to the inauguration, and then there are people who are invited. There are people who are invited. And most Trump supporters who went to the inauguration that bought tickets, they were just told, it's too cold. Sorry, it's too cold. We can't have inauguration outside for you. It's too cold. We are going to have it inside. Too cold. And then we already saw, the oligarchy. We didn't vote. They did not vote for the oligarchy. Nobody voted. Everybody voted to make America great again. Nobody was voting for the oligarchy. But we woke up into an oligarchy. The very second day, we woke up into an oligarchy. 2 weeks into it, some people are taking it to the street. They're probably realizing, uh-oh, what is happening? Wait. I don't know what's going to happen what is going to happen in the next 4 years, because already we are on a bumpy ride. Already people are like, okay, this is 2 weeks into it. A lot of people feel overwhelmed by the news, by the tweeting. I mean, the tweeting alone from Elon Musk, like 200 tweets in a day, it's mind-blowing. It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming to think that, policy is being discussed over tweets. What do you think? You're here. What do you think? I'm not supporting anything, but for me, I say as life moves on, I must move on. If we are in an oligarchy, then what can I do? Then we are in an oligarchy. As life moves on, so must I move on. Hi, full enjoyment, Darie. You called yourself full enjoyment, a whole sentence. You and they missed a few of the family. You guys have like full sentences for your online names. I tell you, you're something else. Well, for me, as life moves on, I must move on. I must move on. And I think, a lot of people have been talking about a new world order, a new world order. A new world order was exactly what everybody has been hoping not to have, but is exactly what we have now. is exactly what we have now. We didn't want a situation where we give up our rights to an oligarchy because everybody is afraid of power being concentrated in the hands of a few powerful people. Because, you know why? Because the masses are stupid. You know, the masses, like a whole group of people, they are not able to organize themselves very well and fight for their rights. But a few rich people who are well connected and they are like, they have money, they are smart, they are well connected, of course they can they can plan and conspire against the masses. That's how they are able to conquer. They divide and they conquer. They spire. They are very they are very good at conspiring. So anyway, I guess it's not all bad. I guess, especially maybe when Trump cuts down federal, like federal agencies, I guess when he does that, he's probably going to cut a lot of money and the government won't spend as much. And the idea is that if the government is not spending as much, it will be able to balance its books. It would be nice for the government to balance its books. The problem is that Congress always spends more money, more money. If you let Congress decide the budget of the US right now, is that Congress will probably go over budget. And I think that's why it's like, no, we don't want this. Elon Musk come here, make the decisions, cut everybody, let everybody go home. Let's cut that deficit, let's cut that budget, let's try to balance the American books. That's all great. Maybe it's going to work. Maybe America needed somebody who is a little bit of dictatorial to come in and overstep Congress and decide how to balance the books so that the job can be done, because it's been a long time and they haven't been able to balance the books. They've been overspending and overspending and overspending, and maybe that's what America needs, like Trump to come in and say, you know what, we can't keep spending like this. Tighten your belts. We are going to make these things change over and over and over. I think that is a good move. I think that is a brilliant move to cut American spending, because everybody needs to balance their books, because if America is not able to balance its books, it means that, the average America gets more debt and more debt and more debt. People are highly indebted. The average American family has student loans, car loans, house loans, mortgages. They don't own their houses outright. And the more they think about it, the more they're like, okay, it's worse and worse and worse. And if the government keeps spending and spending and spending, it means that, you can put people in a bad situation where there is a lot of debt. I'm okay with Trump going there and slashing the budget, everything, cutting down everything. The problem is, this is the biggest problem. You can't suspend the Constitution to do that. You can't suspend the Constitution to do that. You can't suspend the rule of law to do that, because it's a dangerous situation. Guys, it's a dangerous situation to override the rule of law, to put somebody in ahead of Treasury and American data and everything, and he hasn't been elected by the people. That is when you undermine democracy. That is like giving democracy the middle finger and telling democracy, die now. I don't care about you, democracy. I don't care. Deuces. Deuces, democracy. Deuces, peace. Deuces. We have a new world order. Deuces. Huh? It's giving democracy the middle finger, the index finger. Deuces. Peace. You know? Um, that's when, yeah, that's what an oligarchy does. Um, it's very scary. Very scary. You know, nobody voted to undermine democracy. Everybody wants a nation that's strong economically. But do we need a dictator? Do we need an oligarchy for the nation to be strong? Is that what we need? Is that what you need? Some people do argue, like somebody like Gaddafi in Libya. It was a one-man show, but they also had a good economy. Nobody was interfering with them, you know. But it was a one-man show. Everything he did was authoritarian. Everything was a state of emergency, and he gave directives, you know, kind of like the directives that Trump was signing. That's when it's a one-man show. And I get the role of the presidency, the office of the presidency in the US has a lot of limitations because the presidency is supposed to be like a salesman who goes and talks about his policies and his ideas and tries to get Congress and people to work with him. The problem is when you don't have the majority in Congress as a president, you can be very limited. And even if the Republican Party right now has majority of Congress, they still need Democrats to help them pass some legislations. I don't see those Democrats agreeing on major things with the president. For example, I don't think they will agree to fund maybe the war on Russia or the war on Ukraine. You know, they might not even agree on those things. So the way the president has to exert his power is using a state of emergency, declaring things to be a state of emergency, a national security, a national threat, so that he can pass state of emergency directives, without the need of everyone else. So I don't know, you guys, what do you think? What do you think about the New World Order? We are in an oligarchy. What do you think about it? Do you feel comfortable where the rich decide your finances? The rich decide everything. I mean, we are talking about people worrying that we are going to get into a techno-feudal system. Techno-feudal system. Where technology and people who own technology are controlling the world and we are bending to their authority. That is the new world order that people are afraid that we are getting into. What do you think? What do you think? How is India, Daria, how is India, Vikram, how is India preparing for this? You know, if you're in Russia, if you're in other parts of the world, how are you preparing for this? If you're in Canada, Canada, we are coming for you. Canadians are about to become part of the US. You know, how do you guys feel? How do you feel? I think we are getting into a new world order for sure. Like you saw the inauguration, you saw the big tech bros, you know, the actual people who were invited for the inauguration, you know. What do you guys think? Are you still happy? Are people still happy with everything that's going on? It's been 2 weeks and the world is, the whole world looks up at America and their politics and the leaders and where it's going on. What do you guys think? Hi, Savage Cocky. Where are you from? And where are you tuning in from? Where are you tuning in from? Where are we tuning in? From Dubai. Oh my goodness. Is it very hot in Dubai or is it winter? Do you guys have winters in Dubai? Here we have. Oh, I love you too. I love you too. Yeah, so what's happening in Dubai right now? What's going on in Dubai? How are people receiving our leadership? You know, I don't think a lot of people, when you are outside the US, you don't get a lot of news about what's happening in the US. You get little tidbits of what's happening in the US. Oh, it's not that cold, not that hot. I saw some news some months, I think it's like, was it 2 years earlier when I saw that there was a lot of like, it was like rain and everywhere, like it over flooded in Dubai like a few years ago. And we saw those news. What's the news? Like, what's the what are the oh, I'm pretty, thank you. Yeah, what's the news in Dubai? What's going on? Hi, Rickson. Hi, love. Hi, love. What's going on? Today we are talking. Today you can please your you're welcome to contribute to this discussion. I'm doing well. I'm doing well, Rickson. Yeah, today we are talking about a lot of things. We are talking about the New World Order. people, people in America are taking to the streets. I don't know about you, but for me, I say as life moves on, you must move on. As life moves on, you must move on. You know, it's towards a better psychology, towards a better life. Um, you know, regardless of who is in power, you can decide to concentrate on your family, on your health, on your emotional health to be happy. Um, because as life moves on, you must move on. What's going on? Oh, here in the U.S., like the last day, we had a lot of people taking to the streets protesting, Donald Trump protesting about Elon Musk taking hold of the U.S. Treasury, and you know, like putting a hold on federal funding, and you know that's not something he's supposed to do. As the richest man, that's the work of Congress, and a lot of people are seeing that as a threat to the American democracy, as a coup, like a coup by the oligarchy, like the techno bros. You want me to know? For me, I'm free Palestine all the way. You know, they are a beautiful people. Um, Everybody deserves to have a place to live and have children and do whatever God put them on the planet to do. I think all the people of the world are beautiful. Every one of us. And we are all beautiful. Um, we deserve to live in a world full of peace. You know, we are all beautiful souls. We deserve to live peacefully. And I think if the leaders of the world knew that we ordinary people, we just want to make money, have a family, have people that care for us, live peacefully with our neighbors, enjoy our life, and then when it's time for us to leave this planet and we die, that's all we want. Nobody really cares about a lot of things, you know. I mean, you know, I don't, I, to be honest, I wish Donald Trump a good presidency. I wish him a good presidency, and because he is the president, and I respect the authority the authority that the American people have put on him. I Even if I did not vote for him, he's the president. He's the president. And at that point, when you want a peaceful world, when you want a place where people can thrive, where we care about our environment, our health, business, all we want is business. What everybody wants is to be able to do thriving business with other people, um, you know, and that, like that. So I wish him a good presidency. I wish him a good presidency because that's all you can do for your leader. When they're in power, you pray for them, and you hope that they are wise enough to bring peace instead of chaos. I'm a Christian. The Bible says a good leader is known because he promotes peace, and a bad leader is known because he thrives in chaos. Like a weak leader brings in chaos. So I hope that he brings peace. Rickson says he maybe he is good for the U.S., but not for others. Our market is going down because of that. I mean, right now the American market, the stock market in America has always been very resilient. It has always gone up and come back up. Look at what happened in COVID. The market really dipped, like went like this, and then it was like a V, like dink, dink, it went up. So they know that this economy will most likely bounce back. Now I respect people's religion if it's promoting peace. If people are promoting peace, in the world, then for me it tells me that they're practicing good mental health. Whatever their religion is practicing good mental health, because people who are peaceful, they are peaceful people, right? But people who look out for chaos in the world, like those are people that we should be worried about. Like they sought chaos, they want chaos, because a lot of people thrive in chaos. So anyway, right now it wouldn't help to say Donald Trump is this, is that, is that, is that. That's all gone because he's the president. It won't help anybody to be like, oh, this president is like this, I don't like him, he's like that, he's like his. Even if you think he's a convicted criminal and you don't like him, he is still the president. He is still the president. And I think right now is to figure out, the big question you ask yourself is, where are we headed, right? That's what I think. Like, indirectly hurting Muslims. Rickson, what do you think? Like, people are indirectly hurting Muslims. Yeah. I know, like, the whole thing about Gaza, he changed the whole story about Gaza. I don't know how long the ceasefire in Gaza will last, because the ceasefire in Gaza was brought about by Trump administration. It wasn't was brought about by Biden administration. It wasn't brought about by Trump. Trump is saying the U.S. needs to take over Gaza. I don't know what that means. I think that means to displace Palestine. Very sad, very sad. I feel so sad for the Palestinian people. They've been through so much the last few years. And, when Biden was coming out, he was like, okay, there's a ceasefire. But when Trump is coming in, he just signed with Netanyahu the other day. He's like, we are going back in there and probably do this all over again. All over again. Unbelievable. I am shocked by the world. I am shocked by the world leaders. What do I think about Trump's three wives? So we have Ivana, and then we had the other girl that he cheated with Ivana with, and then we have Melania. I mean, I think he has a type. He likes blonde women. I think Trump has a type. He always liked blonde women. Um, you know, I think he really hurt Ivana. I really, she was a woman who had, I think, had what, 5 kids with him? How many kids did he, like 4 kids with him? And she just wanted to have that family, she wanted that family. And he fell in love with another woman, his mistress, and got divorced from Ivana, married her. I think this is a typical male, like American story. American marriages actually break down very quickly compared to other places. So then he got married to another woman who didn't like whatever, they didn't get along together. Then he got married to Melania. So what I care about right now, if of all his three wives, is Melania, because now she is the wife now. Like, others really don't matter. People don't even know them. So all I care right now is Melania. She's the first lady. I don't think she has a cause. Like, I don't think Melania wants to be in the limelight. I don't think she has, I don't think she has like goals of a first lady, like, oh, I want to do anything like this or that. And I guess it's because she would probably need to have, like, they're dismantling the federal government. So why would Melania need a job? Like, why would she have a cause? I don't think, you know. Um, so I mean, I don't think Melania. I think she likes fashion. She likes to look pretty. Um, I don't know much about Melania. I think she was a wonderful woman. Like, I think she's a good wife. I think she's a great mom to Barron, and I think she had adjusted well to the family of, like, Trump and his kids and everybody. I don't hear a lot about her. She keeps her life private, like a very intelligent woman. I think she's beautiful. She's fashionable. I did not like the hat that she wore on inauguration day. It's like she was warning us. It's the funeral of democracy, and she attended the funeral for democracy with her hat like this. We couldn't even see her. She was like all gangster. Like, I don't want to see nobody. I'm Melania Trump. I don't want to see no one. It's inauguration, and all my frenemies are here, and I don't want to see them. I'm going gangster. She was all gangster. What do you say? She was all gangster. Like, we don't read Arabic. If you want to type, if you want to type, stop typing in Arabic, dude. Go type on Arabic, Google translate it into English, and then put it right here so that we can understand. This is like something that we don't get. Like, I don't know what you're typing. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. So do you guys, what do you think about the New World Order? As life moves on, we all must move on. So for me, I don't care what they do, because I believe the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. God protects me. God provides for me. Um, What am I saying? What did you say? What I'm saying is terrorism? What are you talking about? Yeah, I think if the people of the world want division and they don't want peace, I think the rest of the world, like normal working people, will really get hurt. But at this point, I know a lot of people don't care for democracy because most people don't know what to do with their freedoms. I don't think most people even care about rights and freedom anymore. Um, I think people have rights when you tell them that they have rights. but, but they don't care about the rights anyway. Um, so we'll see. For me, I'm like, we'll see. So Savage, what do you think? What do you think? What do you say? What do you like, Savage? What are you talking about? So how are you guys making sense? How are you guys making sense of the world? I've told you my position, what I think. I think we still can have a better world. You know, I think there are good things that might come. Maybe if we are able to cut spending, I think it's going to be great. Um, and it can make America actually great again. If we are able to bring back manufacturing into the US, that would be amazing for the economy of the US. Um, but then there is BRICS. They are gearing up to bring in competition. The BRICS, they are gearing up to bring us competition here in the US. Be nice to the US. You guys be nice. Don't come here to destroy us. Be nice. Still trade with us. It's still a good economy to trade. I think the people love business. For me, I have traded with China and have done business with China, and I liked doing business with Chinese people. In the past, when I was buying things from China, bringing them to the US and selling them on Amazon, you know, like they shipped my stuff on time. Um, they sent me samples on time, stuff like that. Yeah, so Savage, what do you want us to talk about? If you don't want us to talk about politics, it's the order of the day. We can talk about other things. We can talk about other things for sure. What do you want to talk about? Because I also talk about mental health. I talk about eating healthy, um, like talking about to like eating healthy, exercising like 2 to 3 hours a day for at least 6 days a week is going to keep your body healthy, and it can activate like new genes that can keep you young. You know. So my phone is ringing. Let me grab my phone real quick. Ooh. So routine. Oh, you want to know what I do for skincare? Okay. If you want to have good skin, there are two things that you can do. You get one of those things that helps you exfoliate skin, because most of the time our skin, it has like dead skin can pile, so exfoliating the skin is good. Vitamin E. Vitamin E is really good for the skin, um, so like for me, like you start there, vitamin E. Now, I shower at least twice a day, not twice a week, man. I shower at least twice a day. And after I shower, immediately I dry myself, I dry my body. I will moisturize my whole skin. And I have done that for years, for so many years, since I was like a little girl. So, and you can use like baby oil. You can use baby oil, or sometimes I use lotion, and then I use like oil. I can use some oil that looks like baby oil. Once you put lotion and you put an oil like baby oil, so what it does, it locks in the moisture. The oil based, it will lock in moisture so that your skin stays very soft. My skin is probably one of the softest skins that I've ever felt. Like my skin is very, very soft. So if you want like nice, beautiful skin, just normal oil, like vitamin E. Like if you get like those oils like vitamin E from the store, it's liquid oil, like, and it's vitamin E. So vitamin E is very good for the skin. So like those little like oils, they are really good for the skin. And so with makeup, a lot of people have a lot of like oily skin, and then when they wear makeup, they break out. They get a lot of, like they break out into, just because of the oil and everything. So I used to break out. I really, like, when it comes to the skin, you don't need to do a whole lot. I see a lot of people doing all these home remedies, and I think that the more you do for your skin, the worse it actually gets, because it doesn't need that much. The skin doesn't need that much. What you need is vitamin E. Vitamin E is good. Like, get oil-based vitamin E for your skin, and then exfoliate. Now, with makeup has to be removed. I shower. When I shower in the evening, that naturally takes away makeup from me. So I don't have to worry about my skin. I don't have to worry about sleeping with makeup. But there are makeups that I don't use. Like, I used to wear MAC products, and with MAC, they clog the pores. I don't know how they are made, but they clog. Makeup can clog the pores, and when it clogs the pores, your skin is not able to breathe, so it breaks out into hives. Like, it breaks out. So what I do is I get like Bare Minerals, like Bare Mineral products. They are more organic. So they are gentle on the skin. And I use toner. I can use sometimes toner. I don't even use toner that much, but I clean my face at night before I go to bed when I'm taking a shower, so I don't sleep with makeup. But you see my skin? It's kind of flawless. It is kind of flawless. uh, and then I don't know, what kind of a game are you talking about? Yeah, so for skin, it's really like exfoliate and moisturize. You want to keep it moist. And for makeup, you have to remove it. Like, buy natural makeup that doesn't clog your pores, especially if you have oily skin. Your skin will be good. So I'm going to ask you, truth or dare. You tell me, truth or dare. I cannot. This cannot be a game that we play. I'm not going to play truth or dare, because I can't dare you to do anything. No, no, no. I can't dare. No, because I know you're going to ask me like questions that I'm just not gonna answer. I don't. I am on social media, but I don't answer questions on social media. You can ask, but I probably will not answer you. You can ask. I'll say truth, but I might even lie. But you can. It's I'm on social media. The best thing that I can tell you on social media is I'm not gonna tell you everything about my private life. That's the truth. So once you understand that, you know that I am capable of lying and I will use that because I'm a smart person. I will lie. You're supposed to be lying on such okay, not on big stuff, but it's 8 in South Africa. Sibiya, I love your name. Happy Sibiya. What does Sibiya mean? Does Sibiya have a does Sibiya does Sibiya have a meaning? Who's gearing to go to school soon? What are you learning at school? What are you guys learning at school? Savage, I think you're like 16 at most. 16. I think you're 16 because you don't like talking about politics. You think politics are boring things? You think like politics is boring? That's why I think you're a teenager. That's why I think you're a teenager. You have the luxury to not know. You have the luxury to not know, to not even want to care. But that's going to bite you. And I think that's the problem with the problem we are here. A lot of people don't want to learn about politics because they think it's boring. But when they realize that their freedoms, who told you that you cannot speak about politics? You can talk about anything that you want on this planet. You know why? Because of the freedom of speech. On this the freedom of speech. No, you're you're free to express ideas, opinions without anybody interfering, without the government interference, retaliation, or punishment. Just remember that you can do that. I don't doubt your mom is the OG. She must be the queen. Everybody's mom is queen. We all love our mamas. We all love our mamas. I'm from Kenya. I live here in the US. That's a good sign. I love that you love your mama, you know? I love that you love your mama. I mean, she's your world. We all love our mamas. I hope you love your mama. you know, I hope everybody loves their mom. It would be so sad if you didn't love your mom. Shrabani, I love things. Thanks for saying I'm beautiful. It's nice for people to say you're beautiful. People feel good. You know, words of affirmations are good. Like you're beautiful, you're kind, you're bold. You know, I was I was learning the other day, like the words we tell ourselves are very powerful. Like telling yourself that you're beautiful, God loves you. You know, you have a you like savage sayings. Uh, if you learn to respect people, she's teaching you a good skill. If you learn to respect people, you're going to go far in life. Very far. Very far. Actually, being respectful opens doors of opportunities for you. So your mom wants you to be successful, and she realizes that when you're respectful, you will go very far in life. But when you're respectful to people, also make sure that you demand the same respect. Do not let people disrespect you. Respect people and do not let people disrespect you. Draw your boundaries. Draw your boundaries. It's good to learn to tell people, please don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me in that manner. You know, it's good to remind people that you will not tolerate maltreatment. You know, so I like that. I like that savage cocky, like your mom. You know, your mom is setting you up for success. Your mom is smart. She wants you to go far in life. My time here is 10. It's around 10:12 a.m. in California. Yeah. Yep. Hi, honey. Oh, you have a cute name. Honey Hitam. Wow, thanks. Why do you like my channel? Why did you subscribe to my channel? What do you like about this channel? Let us know. And where are you coming from? Where are you tuning in from? Today we are talking about, we talked about politics, and then, Savage said he doesn't like politics, so we switched from politics to taking care like of the skin. You know, it's really good to learn how to take care of the skin, because the first thing that people see. Honey is an Arabic name. It's really beautiful. It's beautiful. I mean, I would like to have that kind of a name. Everybody calling me honey, 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 honey. I'll be so happy. You like my short videos? Oh, thank you, love. Thanks, love. I put also mental health content. Um, I also put like a lot of content on mental health, like loving yourself. Loving yourself is the biggest thing that you can do on this planet. Like, like appreciating yourself because you're unique and you're beautiful. Like not comparing yourself with people on social media. You know, when you understand that you are beautiful just the way you are, just beautiful the way you are, and you start loving yourself. And I think one of the best things that I learned that really changed my life, for sure, this is one thing that changed my life. When I realized that I can learn, like I can learn anything, like anything you put your mind to it, your brain is geared to learn. Our brain is meant to learn. So everybody can learn. Everybody has this ability to learn and change their life. It's the magic formula, learning. And you can learn anything. When I realized that, I started learning about mental health. I started learning about politics. I started learning about money. I just kept learning. You see, books, I read a lot of books. As Honey says, I am a teacher. I guess I gave all the love I have to my students, LOL, and they love me back. So my mental health is okay so far. Wow, I love that. So you found meaning in being a teacher, and then you gave that. You are a giver. Giving, I like that. Give and it will come back to you. We always say that, like when you give, you're giving to God. When you give your generosity, your time, you're giving so many things to your students, and you're seeing them grow, you're seeing them learn. you know Teachers are amazing. They ignite that learning passion in somebody, and learning is the number one superpower that we all have. We are capable of learning. We evolve through learning. And when you see a teacher like Honey loves, you love your job and you're helping people fall in love with that process of growth and becoming more, uh, their ability to question, to ask questions, to learn, like all that is just wonderful. I love that. um, I love that giving, being abundant, living in abundance. You're giving to your students, you're seeing them grow, and they are just like giving that back, all that back to you. And I think like that's amazing. It's really amazing. um, oh, I appreciate you, love. I do my love sign here. Love, 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 love. um, yeah, we all can learn. Like, what are your goals? Like, what are the things that you're aspiring? Are you looking forward to like traveling, or you're looking forward to what are you looking forward in life? Like, when you think about, oh, I have these kinds of goals, I want to do this in my life, what are you looking forward to? Do you have kids? Are you married? Do you want to have kids? Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to go traveling? Because I realize like all our dreams can come true. Everything that we want in this life, you know, God is ready to bless you with the life that you want. He is. you know, God is always ready to bless a human being because He loves people. More than anything, God loves you. And once you realize that in life, and you realize that He's there to protect you, no matter what's going on in the political system, no matter what's going on everywhere, when you realize that God loves you, you must love yourself. Oh, wow. I love that. Honey saying, I want to get married and have kids in my 30s, and I don't want to wait another second. And I want to do all the things you mentioned, especially traveling. All these things are going to happen. And like when you think about your intention, like you want to get married, have you thought about the kind of man that you want to receive as a husband? Like the kind of a man that you want to receive as a husband. Like what does he do for, what does he do for a living? How tall is he? What are his values? Does he speak your love language? Have you thought about things like the love language, like love languages, bonding, attachment theory? Have you read about the attachment theory and love language? Because those books are pretty, like, I think the most beautiful books I've read about love and attachment is the Attachment Theory by Amir Levin, um, and Gary Chapman, Love Languages. I think those are good. I mean, I'm in that age where I'm also like wanting to get married. If I can have kids, then I'll have kids. I'm still worried about this political system that we are bringing our kids into. Don't, no worries. But I mean, I don't want to live a lonely life. I don't want to live a lonely life. So I figure out. Uh, okay, well, I know you must go, honey. Honey has to go. Everybody wish her well. um, as she goes on to go to her parents and have a good time with her parents. Love you, girl. I hope you have a wonderful time. Nice to see you. We'll see you another time when you pop by, when you have time. Mwah. Take care. Love you. Love you. Yeah. So yeah, definitely getting married, having kids, those are the kind of things that bring joy in life. People having a family. We are not an island. We all need family. We all, you know, if you think about mental health and they say loneliness is the biggest threat to your mental health, being lonely. So, in the list, everybody should prioritize having a family and having good relationships with the family and having good relationships at work, having good relationships with friends. We should all prioritize learning how to cultivate good relationships because, oh my goodness, it's the relationships that make us mentally healthy. So what are you doing to cultivate good mental health in your life? What are you doing to cultivate good friendships? I'm telling you, if you can master this one thing, you're going to become successful in life no matter where you are. If you can master people and friendships and you know like being outgoing, fun, kind, and people, and having good boundaries, like having good boundaries, loving people, being out there with people, but having healthy boundaries so that people can misuse and lie and do those so many things. But once you realize that it's the nature of the animal, it can lie to you, it can take advantage, and you decide to put healthy boundaries and still have healthy relationships, you're going to master life so quickly. You're going to succeed in business in so many places. Yup. Relationships. I'm giving you mental hacks here to succeed in life. So in life, no matter who you are, you need to aspire to have good relationships. Family mental health hinges on relationships. It's the number one factor that contributes to good mental health. Good relationships. Don't be desperate with relationships with people because people can misuse you and use you and dump you. Yeah, pump and dump is a real thing. It's a real thing. Pump and dump is a real thing. So you want to love yourself so that you cultivate good, meaningful relationships that are actually beneficial to you. So learning that one skill. If people ask me about one skill that they need to learn, I tell them, learn to be good with people. Honestly, look at the people who make a lot of money, comedians and people in entertainment, right? Comedians and people with entertainment, they make a lot of money. Why? Because they are good with people. Why are they good with people? If you ask them, why are they good with people? When you're entertaining people, when you're funny, when you're putting people in a good mood, you have social power. And social power is power. Yeah, social power, is real power. So when you can make people laugh, when you like people can look at your at the biggest TikTokers or the biggest YouTubers, they have two skills. They can entertain people. They can entertain people. They can make people laugh, or they can give people good stories. Like they are very good storytellers. They know how to tell stories, and we love stories. Look at the people with like the biggest musicians, that people who make a lot of money with music. They have music that tells a story or that's entertaining. And when you realize what all these people are capitalizing on, all these successful people, what are they capitalizing on? Like people. putting people in a good mood. If you think about it, the world can be very stressful. Look at the politics. It's getting ugly. It's getting ugly. It is getting ugly. So if you want to succeed with people, people will be like, I don't want this. Da, 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 da. They are in a bad mood. If you can make people laugh, power, social power. You get a lot of power from being funny, being kind, being generous in a world where everybody is in a survival mode. They are complaining. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't want to see migrants, blah, 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 blah. In a world where people are like that, you know, in a world where people are like that, and you want to succeed with people and make more money, I'm giving you straight up formulas for succeeding. You gotta be like that, you know. And I know when I'm in social media, I see that all the time. When I come here and when I'm like wearing my pajamas and not looking cute, nobody wants to see my live stream. I mean, I still do it because I'm not very fake. I don't care. Sometimes I will just start my live stream in the morning. Sometimes I'm not in a good mood. Sometimes I'm not like always wanting to be cute and nice and sexy and come on a live stream. No, sometimes I'm in kind of like, I'm tired. I've been doing this, and it's time to go on live stream. I'm gonna go to the live stream anyway, because for me, I don't care. But I also noticed, you know, that my live streams get more views whenever like I make effort, put some makeup, be pleasant, wear a cute dress. It's just that it's just that when you think about people, they get excited by, like, we get excited by, you know, seeing things like beautiful girls, or listening to nice music, you know, or listening to somebody support our worldview, you know, affirm like what we think about the world and where the world is going, that we are assessing it correctly. We like that kind of affirmation. We like people who make us laugh. And once you get what I have learned with people who have like a lot of like followers, let's say on social media, what I've seen about with them, I've seen is that, you know, they capitalize on something that people like, just one thing that people like. For example, storytelling. There's this guy who likes to tell crime stories, and I watch his videos, and I have seen those crime stories before because there was a time I got obsessed into 24 hours mysteries, these crime show mysteries. So most of the stories that he's saying, I know them, but I still watch them because he likes to tell stories in a funny way. I still watch them. Honey says, honey, are you back? No, honey is a grown man. I'm not a woman. Oh, you can laugh. I thought you. Okay. Okay. See, I'm not Arabic, so I don't know Arabic. If I knew Arabic names, I would have known that that's not a name of a woman. It's a name of a guy. Um, so, I guess that's kind of like, well, where we are. Like, if you want to succeed in social media and with people and in life, it's good to have qualities that people admire, like beauty, or you're funny, or you're a good storyteller. You capitalize on your social capital. Or you're somebody who is authentic. The biggest of all is people who are authentic, people who tell the truth. Those people who tell the truth have more social capital and they make more money. So, well, guys, thanks for tuning into the live session. Usually I go on longer live sessions, but today I did 1 hour. I might go later in the evening for another live session. I don't know. You guys not talking. you're not saying anything. You guys bring on topics that you want us to talk about. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Bring in some topics. So anyway, okay, let me show you my cute little dress. I like this cute little dress. I got it in Hawaii, and it's a wrap. You can wrap it, so it's really like, it's not really a dress. I can wear it as a skirt, and I can wear it as a dress, and it has like different, like I can wear it on this side or this side. It's like the one dress that you can do a lot of things. You can also do things, fun things like that. It's a cute dress. Yeah. Cute little thing. So the other day, I was making these little things. It's purple potatoes. They're just purple, and I prefer these to bread. They're really better than bread. So if you want to stay in shape and you feel like, you have a bread craving, because sometimes you have like craving for bread and you don't want to eat bread, purple potatoes. I like those. I made a smoothie this morning. I have leftover smoothies. Can this go here? Well, I'll see you guys next time when I'm online. Because you guys are you're not saying anything. Hi Eric, love you. I'll end my live stream, go do some workout and do some video editing. I'm creating a mental health class, and I'll be charging it. So I'm just letting you know, if you have somebody who's looking for a mental health coach, I'm dropping my class soon. I'll teach them about the mind, the human mind, and how it works, and things to do to keep it healthy, and things to do to keep yourself younger and going, like things to do to overcome even trauma. It will be a very good class that I'm looking forward to making an impact. If somebody takes that class, they are guaranteed to live longer, because we discuss the secret, we discuss overcoming trauma, we discuss all these things that scientists know and are discovering about telomeres, about neurons, neurodiversity. We discuss all these things and educate. It's a really impactful education that is life-changing. So I'm going to do a little bit of editing on those classes. Those classes are coming out soon. So be on the watch out. Be on the watch out for those classes. We can bring meaningful change, but I think the first place that we do to bring meaningful change, especially to people, is to show them how to cultivate good mental health. I think some of these things that we don't learn in school about how to cultivate good mental health, and that's the reason why a lot of young people between the ages of 25 to 65, they get depressed with life, because nobody is teaching our kids this. And even the doctors, they are happy to give you medication when it comes to mental health. They don't want to educate and really empower people so that they can take control of their mental health. And one of the things that I want to change is that, I want to change that. I want to let especially young people know that they're in charge of their lives. They're in total charge of their life and their mental health. And once they realize they are in charge and they have the tools and they know exactly what to do, they will not be manipulated easily, because we are getting into that world where people will be so easily manipulated, um, by advertising, um, by just social media. It's just going to be horrendous. What people think that we've come from a place where people have poor mental health, I think we are stepping it into a new zone altogether. And I feel that the more we teach, mental health, we might, I think the better, like that we have to continue teaching mental health now more than ever. We have to continue teaching young kids mental health, because if they don't know what a good healthy mind looks like, or they don't know the behaviors of a good healthy person, they will not be able to imitate. We learn through imitation and repetition. So kids must know what it means to have good mental health, what it means to be successful in life. I think we have real challenges, like real challenges in this world that we live in. Our kids must, I don't know, I don't our school system is not the best, but I wouldn't want it taken away completely. But there are things that they don't teach, though. They don't teach mental health. They don't teach mental health at all. And that's a big, huge problem. They don't teach life skills like taxes, how to do your taxes. They don't teach those things. Um, they teach kids that they must get a job. Like, your sole goal in life is to go to school, get a job. But I think a good education teaches kids to go to school and learn how to be independent, to be creatives, to how to run businesses, how to create a business, how to run a business. I think a good education should actually empower somebody to take hold of their mental health, to take hold of their financial life, to take hold of their social life, to take hold of their health, and to help other people succeed in those areas. When it comes to mental health, we are failing. And it's not just the US, a whole lot of the world, people are just taught that go to school, get a job. And and hopefully you get promoted and you get a good life. And then they start getting depressed because they don't feel in control of their life. They don't feel like, I can control how much money I make. I can control my time. I can control my energy. I can control things that I do. They start getting desperate. And it's because there's a whole lot of people out there who start their own businesses, whether it's a dog grooming business, whether it's a house painting business. There are so many people who learn to start their own business so that they can control their lives. I remember one Kenyan woman, she was struggling to get a job, and then she started her own like nursing care business. And now she says, I cannot get a job from anybody anymore, because I realized that I can do so much more being an entrepreneur, somebody who has a business, somebody who can do a lot of things on their own in their business, like being independent. And unless you read like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, most of that education is gone. Most of that education is gone. And that's why people don't feel in control of their life. Of course, if you're not in control of your money, if you're not in control of your finances and your time, you're not in control of your life. Somebody else is calling the shots on your life. Somebody else is calling the shots on your life. And that's when people start becoming disgruntled, angry with the system. It doesn't have to be that way. If we teach kids what it means to be good, to have good mental health, because a lot of times people are comparing themselves with other people and realizing, oh, their life is not as fabulous as what they see on social media, blah, 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 blah. Already, somebody like that is very hard to please and stay happy when, when they are comparing themselves with people on social media. You can have a small little life, that you are in control of your time and your money. It's not a very exaggerated life like the people on social media, but you'd be in control of your time and your money and the things that you can do in your family life to fully enjoy your life. It's kind of like you can downsize your life and have a more intimate life where you're not as lonely. You may not even have as much money, but you're managing your business well to pay your bills and your family. You have a close-knit relationship. So it doesn't really matter what's on social media and how much people seem to have, but you will feel more in control of the beautiful life that you create. And you'll be proud of yourself, because even if you don't have like this big like corporate job where you're paid millions and millions of dollars, your own little paradise is still just as good. You're with your family, you're in control of your money and your time. Even if you're not making billions and millions of money, you're still happy with the little life that you've got. And once people start realizing, you know what, I can decide the levels of happiness in my life, they will not be easily manipulated, But I think as much as we don't want to be manipulated, if we are looking at other people and what they got, it can be bad news. I eat cherry moyas. Like, I don't know if you've eaten these fruits. I love the cherry moyas. This cherry moya, people say that I read somewhere that cherry moyas can fight cancer. I don't know because cherry moyas are kind of sweet. And a lot of people say, like sweetness is not. So this is how they look inside. I love them. They are like one of the sweetest fruits I've ever eaten. It's like really eating candy. And they're expensive. It's like eating a natural nature candy. Mm-hmm. These are so good. Eric, what's your favorite fruit to eat? Cherry moyas are my favorite fruits. Hands down, my favorite. These fruits. Bomb. That's the fruit of the God. If you ask me, the fruit of the God is cherry moyas. It's the number one fruit. Love it. Well, I gotta go. I love seeing you guys. It's been a pleasure. I'll go work out and do some editing. And I'll see you tomorrow, loves. Take care. Love you.